We're all getting ready for a most beautiful night of the entire year, the night of the Seder. Everybody has memories from even many years ago when they were by their grandparents, by their parents. The Seder is the most special night. And one part of the Seder that everybody likes to participate in is when we talk about the Makot, the 10 plagues. Elu Eser Makot. We remember our grandfathers or our fathers pouring the grape juice for each one with somebody not looking, etc. But the question comes up as we analyze the 10 plagues that Hashem brought to the Egyptians in Mitzrayim. Why did we need 10 makot, 10 plagues? Wouldn't it be enough? Hashem could just bring one and punish everybody? So one of the answers someone might think is because everything Hashem does is midah keneged midah, a measure for a measure. And in order for every Egyptian to get punished for exactly what they did, then they need 10 makot. But Hashem could have even done that in one makkah, somehow, some way. What's the significance of the number 10, of having 10 plagues that we discuss? You could literally speak about each makkah, each one of the plagues, for many, many hours. And it's the most interesting thing, and the children participate, the adults participate. But once again, why did Hashem have to send 10 plagues instead of sending just 1, 2, or 3? And the answer is, and this is the lesson that we have to take with us from the night of the Seder through the entire upcoming year that should be with good health and blessings. The 10 plagues, the number 10 was not for, Hashem did not have to bring 10 for the Egyptians to get punished, but for the Jewish people to get their emunah, their faith in Hashem, strengthened. There's a Mishnah in Pirkei Avot. The Mishnah tells us with 10 utterances, Hashem created heaven and earth. He created the world by saying 10 things. There should be light, there should be a sky, there should be trees, there should be grass, etc., animals, fish, birds, and with 10 utterances, Hashem created everything that's in heaven and earth. But the question comes up once again, why, just like in the Makot, did Hashem have to make 10 utterances in order to create the world? He could snap his fingers, say one saying, let there be everything, and everything would have came into the world. And the answer is also for our emunah, for our faith to get strengthened. When a person looks at the things of the creation, how Hashem made the most amazing world. We're making the beracha on the trees now. He made a most beautiful apple with 6 seeds, and each one of those seeds could make an entire tree with thousands of apples. From one apple seed, you could make millions of apples, and that's what we have in the world. You look at the apple on the tree, and when it's not ready, it's green. The second it's ready, Hashem makes it red. To this way now you could look at it. You could analyze the apples. You could analyze the oranges. You could analyze the animals. You watch National Geographic. You see Hashem's creations, and there's nothing more to say that this is Hashem. He created the world. There are 10 levels of faith, of emunah, and each utterance in the creation was to make the people believe in Hashem and get stronger and stronger, their bond and their belief with Hashem. As we analyze everything in the world, the same thing with the 10 makot. They are in correspondence to one another. The 10 utterances are because of the 10 levels of faith, and the 10 makot also. Hashem brought 10 makot, as we said, for the Jewish people's faith. Unfortunately, their spirits were all broken. When we say that the Jewish people were enslaved with backbreaking work, befarech, our rabbis tell us befarech means crumbling of the spirit. The Jewish people were so broken, they couldn't even cry out to Borei Olam. They were numb, Shema Yisrael. As a matter of fact, when it says Paro, he received leprosy, it says in the Pasuk he passed away, but that means he really got leprosy. And it says, then the Jewish people cried. Why would the Jewish people cry more if Paro got punished? That's what it should be, that they're happier. They should be rejoiced that he got punished for all the wicked things that he did. Why are we saying that they cried? Why does the Torah say that they cried? And the answer is because the work got a drop less now that Paro was all busy with taking care of his sickness, of his leprosy. And since the slavery was weakened a little, they were able to comprehend what's going on, and then they cried to Borei Olam. So they had broken spirits, and they were slaves for approximately 80 years. We were slaves. Even Shevet Levi, that were not officially slaves and working, however, their children, Shema Yisrael, were being thrown into the river as well. Moshe's mother and Amram, his father, were from Shevet Levi, and they had to hide their baby from the Egyptians. And that's why we break the middle matzah, by the way, because the middle matzah represents Shevet Levi, that they had half of the bondage of Egypt and a broken heart. So we break the middle matzah. But back to our subject. We were in Egypt for 210 years. It was supposed to be decreed in heaven. We were supposed to be there for 400 years. But Hashem speeded things up, and he made the enslavement, the time that we were in Mitzrayim, even more bitter, and this way we could get out quicker. He condensed 400 years into 210 years. You tell a kid in school, I'm tripling your work every day, and you're getting way much more homework, but you're getting 6 months off of vacation, right? The kid would want to do that. I don't know if the parents would want to do that, but for sure the kids, right? They would want to get out earlier. The same thing with the bondage of Mitzrayim. As a matter of fact, if you look at the Pasuk, by the words, Vayemareru et hayehem, it has an azla gerish. What's azla gerish in the Gemara? Azla means to go, garish means to get out, meaning Hashem embittered us, Vayemareru et hayehem, so we could get out sooner. But at the end of the day, we were slaves for 80 years. We had horrible, atrocious torturing from the Egyptians all those years, and the people are praying and they're crying, and after a while they sort of gave up. If a person's praying for so many years and they see that there's no salvation, unfortunately they might give up. So Hashem comes along and he brought 10 makot, and the Jewish people were witnessing the makot and seeing all the miracles, and their faith for each makah, each level of faith was getting rejuvenated, until after the entire story, we cross the sea, we point to Hashem, we say Ze Eli va'amvehu, because all of our faith in Hashem was rejuvenated. And when we see, like we said, we discussed the makot, it's not only what happened back then. We see in our everyday lives that Hashem is always doing things for us, and that's really the lessons of talking about the makot. We know that on the Jewish holidays, it's not just commemorating what happened back then, it's happening now again. Our rabbis tell us if a person has a personal bondage of Egypt, everybody has their thing that they're going through the night of Pesach. Just like Hashem took us out then, He will take us out now, Be'ezrat Hashem. So by talking about the makot, by going through Hashem's miracles the night of the Seder, by doing all the preparations from now for the Seder, we have in mind that just like Hashem took us out then, He will take us out of this exile, and Bezrat Hashem, even this year, we will be in Yerushalayim Habnuya, bringing the sacrifices of the Korban Pesach in the Bet HaMikdash HaShilishi. I hope everyone has a great holiday, healthy, safe, and filled with blessings. Teskul Shanim Rabot, Neimot V'Tovot.